Hey, what's up? Welcome to this week's edition of Edison News. I am Terrell, your favorite host. Now to the highlights, school announcements, news, and of course, your week's weather. This week on Edison News, we interviewed students and teachers on how the use of this little guy, the smartphone, and how it affects us all. Please stay tuned for that. You will not want to miss it.
In culinary, we learn how to basically work inside of a restaurant environment. Some skills in culinary that we have learned are how to cook dishes a certain way, how to make sure people don't get sick by eating our food, and we also learn how to be responsible.
Hello staff, please be sure to congratulate Luis Ortiz. He is the Philadelphia District Welding Champion and will represent Philadelphia in the Skills USA competition later this year. All students, especially you seniors, it is imperative that you guys remember you have a student district account. Make sure to check in at least twice a week for student-related information. Seniors, remember, your group picture will be taken April 3rd. Be sure to be in school for this memorable yearbook picture. There are 2 weeks left in the third marking period. These last 2 weeks are very, very important, so please make it count. Senior Parent Night, tonight, Wednesday at 5 p.m. We will be giving out important information regarding dates, dues, and graduation for the class of 2019. Be there, bring your parents and/or guardians. Ms. Cicerone is collecting senior dues on an ongoing basis. The total, once again, is $320. Bring your money to her office room in room 116 and she will give you a receipt. She is also collecting the student account money from IDs for all seniors. If you do not know or unaware of how much you owe for the student accounts, she has the list. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to let her know. Attention, calling all senior ladies. With the help of City Year and T-Mobile, they are donating prom dresses to any girl that is interested. Thursday, March 21st, during the 8th and 9th periods in the auditorium. This is a one-day only chance for a free dress. There will be a variety of sizes and styles. You will be able to try the dresses on. Do not miss out.
Well, for me, I wish I had this program when I was in high school. If I would have known, I would have came here. Because basically this helps you, if you go through a program and learn everything, you don't have to go to trade school. There's things here that I can teach that trade school already does. Trade school is about $15,000 to go into. But it's important because we're actually in demand a lot and we're short staffed. So right now, for example, the school district of Philly is looking for electricians because all their guys are retiring and they're hiring from high school. They're hiring our own students.
Scholarship alert. The Bradley B. and Carl G. Karsh Scholarship is awarded specifically to an Edison High School student. Up to 2 students will be awarded $1,000 each. The deadline is March the 29th. Use the link below to apply.
Some of the hands-on things we do are CPR, vital signs, getting a patient in and out of a bed, using a gait belt, walking with crutches, walking with canes, making a bed with a patient in it, using a wheelchair, using a bedside commode, and putting a patient on a bedpan, and we also do dressings.
Now on to this little guy. Smartphones have become a prominent part of everyday work and personal life. However, this huge cultural shift in personal technology delivers an endless river of information that can negatively impact us psychologically. Being linked to feeling anxiety, stress, concentration, lack of sleep, and much more. And 85% of users will use their smartphones while in conversation with family members and friends. I'm guilty of it.
A destructive habit because it has a negative impact on my life. Okay, but what it looks like is this. I can't have a conversation. I can't sit through a movie. I can't hang out in real life with friends. I can't make it through dinner. I can't make it through a conversation. I can't drive my car more than a couple of blocks, very dangerous, without thumbing through social media. And this isn't some like thing that I justify as like it's for work or I need to know what's going on. This is mindless scrolling. This is that thing you do on Twitter, that thing you do on Instagram. There's nothing behind it. There's no benefit. There's no upside.
We've got a chance to interview different faculties around the school concerning this topic. Let's take a look.
I do believe that cell phones can be addictive if you're using them in the inappropriate times where you should be more aware of your surroundings. The addiction can cause issues after that.
When I was sitting at a light, the guy next to me had his cell phone in his face like this. The light turned green, he's just sitting there. People start beeping, and he's driving away before he even looked up to where he was going, because I was actually paying attention and looking at this guy saying, this guy's right next to me. He's liable to run into me because he's not looking at what he's doing.
I've seen it. I see it all the time when I'm walking in the streets, when I'm walking, I see kids walking, looking down all the time. They don't look at what's going around on them anymore.
The official name for smartphone addiction is nomophobia, which is defined as having fear of not being with your phone.
I've had students, when the phone's been taken away, start crying about that they lost a phone because it is an addiction.
I would say no, children should not have a cell phone. They'll be programmed soon enough when they get old enough. My own children did not get a cell phone until they could afford to pay for it themselves.
Phones are very distracted. I believe when kids are in school, they should focus on school alone, and they shouldn't have phones. In my point of view, they shouldn't have phones until they graduate high school.
And guys, also another study shows that teens that spend 5 hours a day on electronic devices are 51% more likely to get under 7 hours of sleep when compared to 1 hour users.
Well, actually, that's an interesting question because Apple now tells you how much time you spend on it.
I believe that I spend about 6 to 7 hours on my phone a day.
So I tend to spend about 3 hours a day going back and forth looking at different things.
I would say that I spend more than a couple of hours on my cell phone between messages in school, even from my administration and from my family. And when I get home, other people are constantly texting me, calling me. It's over the top. I mean, I'm sure it's over 2 hours.
I spend many hours because I use it for work. And I don't have cable TV anymore at home, so I have an app for DirecTV, and that's what I use to watch TV too, so a lot of hours.
I'm gonna be honest, I spend all day on my cell phone.
On an average, I probably spend about 3 hours a day on my phone combined.
My son personally, none, because he doesn't have a cell phone.
I don't know, if today being an example of an average day, I don't have my cell phone today. I left it home. I mean, I'm sorry, I get up at 20 after 4 in the morning and I forgot it.
Guys, did you know that average smartphone users check their phones up to 47 times a day? And I'm assuming that's only the minimum.
I definitely believe that you can be addicted to your cell phone, especially in this current generation where everything is based on things coming electronically. That's the means of communication now, is through your cell phone.
I'm not addicted to my cell phones. I don't have no Instagram, Facebook, or none of that stuff. I just use it in case of emergencies.
Some aspects of it, yes.
I think people in general are so weak that they can be addicted to virtually anything.
Not entirely. I can put it down and forget about it. Walk away and not think about it for whenever I need to.
My wife is addicted to her cell phone because the internet has sucked her in. And she's a research nut. She loves to do research. So she likes to use her cell phone to research whatever the topic of the day that she's working on would be.
I just use it. I just that's what motivates me to be up is my cell phone.
Popular impulse-driven triggers are as follows: social media, overexposure to information, games, data naps, shopping, gambling. You fill in what you do that we miss. You know. 80% of smartphone users check their phone within 1 hour of waking up and or going to sleep. 35% of which will check their phone within the first 5 minutes of waking up.
Me, I don't like my cell phone. I prefer not to have a cell phone. Even though I'm on it and I use it a lot, I don't think I'd miss it when it was gone.
I think it's bad to be addicted to your phone because you could be doing other things besides being on your phone all the time. You can go outside, play sport. Yeah. I believe that you can be addicted, but I believe I'm not addicted to my phone because when I'm home, I'm only on my phone if I don't have anything to do, if I'm not doing anything.
And I just use it to order pizza on the way home.
Edison is still in need of baseball players. If a student wants to play, they will have a spot on the team. The firm deadline for being eligible to play is Monday, the 25th of March. To be eligible, a player must have present a completed PIAA form, which includes a page which their doctor must complete. A student may get the PIAA forms from Mr. Simons or Mr. Mills in room 148 or Mr. Serene in room 238. Spring athletics start March 4th. Students need a completed physical. For baseball, please see Mr. Mills and Mr. Serene. For softball, please see Mr. Hughes or Mr. Brooklyn. For boys volleyball, please see Mr. Simons. And for girls badminton, please see Mr. Constelli. On to Gear Up. Gear Up students, all 10th and 11th graders, please make sure to see Ms. Rivera in room 243 to learn about your chance to win a gift card to Dunkin' Donuts, Burger King, or Chick-fil-A. You have to complete the Gear Up survey to participate. The link to the survey was sent to your school district Gmail account. Raffles will be held every single Wednesday of the month of March. Also, if you get your parents to complete the parent survey at the link in your email, they will also be entered into the raffle for a Target gift card. Remember, for the 9th and 10th grade students, that every Tuesday and Thursday is the College Success After School program. Make sure to report to room 151 at dismissal. Snacks will be provided at each and every session. Students, are you interested in getting a summer job this summer? If the answer is yes, please check your school district Gmail account for information about how to apply and what you will need in order to apply. 10th and 11th graders, please check your school district Gmail account for important information about dual enrollment programs at the LaSalle University and Temple University. Earn college credits while still in high school. You also received information about free summer program for young ladies. Lots of fun and interesting stuff coming your way, so please check out your emails daily. Thanks to Mr. Gross, Edison Film Department got a chance to interview Kristen Clyde, the weekend meteorologist at NBC 10. We spoke to her about the career path and some advice to students. Take a look.
I'm Crystal Cly. I'm the weekend meteorologist at NBC 10, and I'm here at Thomas Edison Skill Center. Okay, so I am the weekend meteorologist at NBC 10. I've been here for about 3 years now.
Take a look. 29 degrees is the forecast high Monday. Then finally, we boost up to above freezing. 39 degrees Tuesday.
And before that, I was the weekend and then the Monday through Friday morning meteorologist in El Paso, Texas.
Gorgeous shot. This is actually the view I had over in West El Paso of these amazing colors and the deep clouds.
So, I've been doing this about 7 years, and on the days that I'm not doing weather on air, I'm usually behind the scenes helping with digital, social media, or I'm also one of the graphics producers at our station. So all the weather graphics that you see in the background, I usually had a hand in that. It's super important to be someone who is easy to work with, who is friendly, who people want to see in the newsroom. I think that one of the best things to do for students is to just kind of limit it down to not what exact job do I want, because life will kind of help you sort that out along the way, but what things do I enjoy? Do I actually think I could talk about this all day, or I could read more about this, or I could Google it, or whatever it may be. For me, I knew I had an interest in weather, but I didn't really think about that meaning me be a meteorologist yet. We did a weather unit, and I really liked that. So that kind of led me the way of meteorology. I originally thought I would be some kind of research scientist, and now I'm on broadcast news, which was just because my life kind of took me that way. So I think if you don't know exactly what you want to do yet, that's okay, but just think of the things you enjoy doing and how that can kind of make a path for you.
Unfortunately, guys, that's all for us here today at the Edison Film Department. Mr. Espinal is our technical director, Steve G is our editor, and Luis Figueroa is our camera operator. I am your favorite host, Terrell. Remember, teachers, if you have anything that you want on the show, just email Mr. Espinal by Monday of every single week, and your news can be featured right here. Thank you for having me. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and always see you next week.